morning. You bunch of tubes. No, that's not right. Good morning, YouTubes. Well, I am finally getting the motel done. Well, the motel's done. I'm just getting this bit done. Motel mound. So we're waiting for all that green stuff to set. It's all glued on just now. Obviously, I'm not going too mental with that scenic bit. You call me scary? Anyway, I'm not going too mental. Still got some trees to add to it, but it's going to be away in the corner. It doesn't need a lot of detail. It just needs... The whole point of that is to raise the motel up. I raised it up so you can see it better, really. I was thinking of not appearing. However, I am going to be doing some bench work, so I thought I might as well talk to you while I'm doing it. So basically, that corner beyond, just where the red train is about to approach, is where the motel will be. But it requires 3 sets of wires, excuse me, because the motel has exterior lights, interior lights, and you can just see there the little office. Don't know why it's quite so far away, but it's got its own lights as well. So I want 3 sets of wires so we can control them independent-like. And each set will have a little switch over there next to the control HQ, I've decided to call it. So I have got a bunch of wires. That song's very Russian sounding. Let's change that, that's weird. Anyway, I got a bunch of wires all cut to size. 3 red, 3 black. I'm going to connect them all to little plugs to make life much easier. So I'm going to connect plugs to one side of each of the 6 wires, then poke them down the holes through the layout, feed them round, so there's only going to be a little plug, or 3 little plugs at the top. Then the motel is going to have its little plugs to connect each set of lights. Got it? So kind of a tedious job, but it's got to be done, and I might as well do it while I'm waiting for all the glue to dry on that section. Are we all up to date now? So, as I mentioned, I'm not planning on doing a lot of talking. This is really just a fly-in-the-wall stream. You can just have it running in the background. I'll change trains now and then. Drop in, drop out, do whatever you like. Main stream will be tomorrow night, as usual, Friday, 8 PM. I'm going to try something a wee bit different. I should probably tell you what it is in advance. I'll make a little post in the community section, because it involves you guys, or at least some of you guys, anyone with a smartphone. There's a bit of a clue for you. But I'll give you further details tonight. Alright? So, let me get to work. If you get any urgent questions, then put at Scott Rails in the comments and I'll answer. Otherwise, just chat amongst yourselves and watch some trains. There we go. Music up a bit. Me offski. Remind me to unmute myself if I forget. And we immediately have a question. 4x8 HO scale, how many DC track power supply connectors would one suggest? As many as you can be bothered attaching, really. Ideally, you want every single section off track powered. If you can be bothered doing that, then you're never going to have a problem. If you've got 3 sections, it's still a wee bit loud, isn't it? If you get 3 or 4 sections of track that aren't powered, then you just get a chance that you're going to lose connection between 2 of the sections. So, as I say, if you can be bothered, just solder on little droppers down, connect them to the next one and so on. But not essential, but why give yourself any more potential problems down the line, right? Oh, you're absolutely right. I was supposed to put numbers on the motel doors. I've got a set of, you know, the scratch and sniff decals. You just kind of rub them on. I've got sets of them with very small lettering. It's going to be kind of tricky now because we've put the railings in the way. It's worth a shot though. Yeah, I'll think about that. Remind me before I put it in position in case I forget. Forget what? Exactly. Okay, anyway, back to trains and not me, because I've got to wire up these. I mean, you can't see it, you know, I've got them right here. If you desperately need to see what I'm doing, but basically, let me dig out all the parts and I'll come back to you on that one. You're disturbing my coffee time, you know. Okay, so I've got a million. Oh, where's my camera gone? Oh, let me stop the auto scene switcher. I've got millions of these. I've got like 6 bundles of these because I thought they were going to be tiny, and obviously they're not tiny, but they'll do for this job. So I'm going to put. How many do I need? I've got 6 wires, so I need 6 of them. We'll keep them all the same gender, let's call it. So we'll keep these ones female, because I always like my wiring to have the hidden connectors positive, just in case they touch anything. So we'll put the female, which are actually not hidden, we'll put them on all those wires. So, well, when I say 6, it's actually 3 sets, so I only need 3 of these, right? Because each one's got 2 wires. That's not going to take too long now. Cool. Okay, so that's what we're doing with them. But not until I've had my coffee, right? I'm not a monster. Ray. Hi, Dave and crew. Since I never catch the late night shows, wanted to stop in and say hi while lurking, doing chores. That's exactly what this stream's for. So I'm not going to be talking too much, just watch some trains, chill out, pretend you're working. Hello Tom, thank you very much. It's getting better. And hello JC Garage John C 5027. Sorry, .5027. OCD much. There's Tony Rebel. And Aaron, what is that? That meant to be a fly or a moth? And yes, David Badgley, the Coke car is awesome. I don't know why I love it quite so much. And I do prefer it with the 2-axle bogies rather than the 3-axle bogies. It goes round the inside loop, which is perfect because it rotates like 360 degrees. Not that it needs to, but it does. Anyway, you're supposed to be flies, so buzz off. Nah, I'm only joking. I'll talk if I have to. No promises. I'll put you on auto scene switcher. Again, if anyone's got an urgent question, sorry, I've got a case of the burps, put at Scott Rails in front of your comment, alright? Hey, got another sub. If you're that number 10,800 sub, leave a comment. I'll even let you choose the next train turn on. Look at that cola car. No problem at all going round there. And because it's a truck mounted coupling truck thing, then it rotates with the coupler, so I don't have any issues whatsoever. Well, so far. Plus it's really heavy, which helps. So I should be able to run a nice tank car freight train around the inside. No problem at all. Dan, sorry Dan, I don't have any Burlington Northern. I gave it away, the one that I had, I gave it away on the New Year live stream, or the 10k live stream. Just not a fan. I don't know what it is about the green and black, it just doesn't do it for me. I mean, I've got like green steam trains, but I don't know why I don't like the Burlington Northern livery. It's been nearly 3 years and it just hasn't grown on me. Well, Dan, send me an email if you're stuck with anything. I am constantly ironing out all the gremlins. Sounds painful for them, but fun for me. They're pickles. What are we talking about? Other pickles? How is that a pickle? It's way too small. Oh, thanks very much. I'm awesome, apparently. Oh, shucks. Burlington Northern Green are pickles. They're pickles being green. Pickles. No idea. Okay, I'm not getting any work done here, and I'm not getting any coffee drinked down my gullet. Okay, it's a BN thing, which I will know nothing of because I'm not a BN fan. How many people have I offended? It's not that I'm not a fan of the railroad, I just don't like their colour scheme. Which is weird, I like pretty much everything else. I love all the UP yellow. I love all the Canadian red and black. I love the BC Rail red, white and blue. Not mad keen on the Wisconsin Heritage Unit colouring I've got. I just got it because it was a really good price. What else do I like? Not sure about the KCS with the red, yellow and black. It's very German looking. But I still kind of like them, whereas the Burlington Northern, I just don't. I'm sorry. Alright, back to trains. See how many people come in, how many people drop off. It'll be an interesting little experiment for today. But I will randomly go back to this cam. Do these wires, alright? Hello, Peter. Yeah, I'll try and catch everyone as they come in at least. Top middle screen is... That's my town. That's what I've been working on. That's not going to live there. That's just waiting for the paint and the glue to dry area. That's all that one is. But it's the biggest empty area I've got, which is why it's sitting there. It's going to live in the far corner up there behind that little camera. And the motel's going to sit on top. I would have explained all this before. Hello, Peter. Thank you, Jeep SLSF. I'm guessing the SF is Santa Fe. Wonder what the SL is. Jeep Southern... Jeep Super Lovely Santa Fe. Peter is in the weeds. Literally? You out cutting grass? Hey Harry, how you doing? So we're not really doing a train running stream, but if anyone's absolutely desperate for me to put something on, then I will consider it. Aaron, I have been making a video on this whole process. It's really quick to do. Well, it's quick to do, there's a bit of time spent just waiting for glue to dry, but I want this basic. It's going to be way in the corner, you're not really going to see the detail in the scenery anyway. Still got some trees to add, but as I say, I'm waiting for the glue to dry before I touch it again. And that's the only area that's big enough to work on it. Good after morning, James. No, it's still morning. Good morning, James. Jim. Oh. Oh, Jim, I found something just for you. Let me go and grab it. I bet Jim knows exactly what it is before I even show it. Look what I found, Jim. Look what I found. Still got it. Still got it. I might actually have to put that on the wall behind me. Stick it there. It's quite important. That was a good time back then, you know? I need a magnetic sticker or something. Oh, blue tack. Well, oh, there's a bit. Just a tiny bit of blue tack. Good morning, Mike. Presumably, and Roseanne, how are you doing? Dan, yes, all my RDCs are Protos. They're all exactly the same except for the livery. Here we go, Jim. Pride of place in my sticker board. Okay, what we could do is we could maybe swap out the RDC for another RDC and we'll just have an RDC day. While I'm working, I'm supposed to be working, right? Let's see, since Jim's here, we'll put the Boston and Maine RDC on just for him. So Dan got his first RDC a month or two ago. Let me slow this down first before I forget. Got one of the Rapido Northern Pacific units. Love it. Ugh, they are so nice. And I would never have actually even contemplated getting an RDC until John Dawson sent me one, or he gave me one. He gave me a big box of stuff. But anyway, it was my first RDC, and I was like, it's one of them. Took it out of the box and was like, this is actually quite nice. Put it in the track, now I love it, and I've got 5 of them. I had like 7 of them, but I gave 2 away. Not because I didn't like them, but I just felt that I should be giving stuff away. Talking of which, did anyone see that cheeky bastard's post? When you go and do a video about giving stuff away, don't you think it's about time? Did you see that one? Motherfucker. Excuse the French, but I was kind of pissed off at that. That's me demonetised for the day. Oh well. Cheers. No problem, Mike. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Missed you on Friday. Right, RDC. Let's move this one. And you know I only swear when I'm really angry. Oh, crap. Whacked it. Microphone. What a handsome beast. The thing is, they all look the same except for the front end. Right, what number is this one? $6209. Oh, wait. Need lights, please, lights. There we go. Off you go now. Right, now I can get some work done. So I've got 8 cams on the layout. I've got my face cam and I've got the desk cam set up. So we've got 10 cams at the moment. I did have one in the middle, but for some reason OBS, at least on my PC, does not like 9 USB cams. Well, I've got 9 USB cams. It doesn't like 10 USB cams. So what I sometimes do with this setup is I'll do this. Get rid of the wee flying wall for now. So you can see trains while I'm working on stuff. And I've also got the option for putting my big face there as well. So OBS is awesome. You can do whatever you want. You do need a half-decent PC if you're running more than maybe 4 cameras, right? Anyone preparing to see the Women J gold medal game? Women J. Women's, I'm guessing, gold medal. Which game are you talking, ABC? Christy Mata. Oh my goodness, yes. N-scale, yes. I did promise that I would get this motel area done, which is what you're sitting looking at up there. It's just the sort of raised area for the motel. Once that paint and glue has dried, I'll put the motel on, put it away up, but my finger doesn't go that far. That's what she said. Anyway, that's going to go way up in that corner, way up there. Wired up. That's what I'm doing today with these wires. I'm getting all the wiring sorted. Once that's done, I can finally open my boxes. Let me show you. I'll give you a bit of a tease. I have got this interesting box, all the way from the land of the rising sun. And I've got this even more interesting box, also from the land of the rising sun via Calgary. So that saved me a bit on customs. I've had these for 4 days and I can't open them until I've got this hotel finished. Sorry, motor hotel. So yeah, I need to get them done, and then I need to build. Right, if you look down there to the right where the vacuum cleaner is, actually the other one's probably better. No, not really. Anyway, I'm going to do a big slide out thing down there. It's about the size of a door, and that's going to be my N-scale layout. So I do have drawer runners, heavy duty drawer runners, so I can slide it out. I can't even start it until I've got this motel finished, so that's why I'm just doing a live today while the glue is drying and I can get some wiring done. See, all works. So yes, OBS is great for recording games, because you used to have to get a video capture card just for gaming. Although you might still have to do that for a console, or maybe you can just plug the console into the PC now, I'm not sure. But it's really good for gamers. It makes life so much easier, and it's free, unlike a expensive capture card. Christy, are you talking about that really weird looking train from the super luxury train from Japan? It's kind of black and gold, I think. No, it's not that one anyway. That thing is weird. I watched some videos of it, and you know, the real one. Crazy expensive, but it looks worth it actually. Right, Dan reckons you only need a capture card for console. Yeah, you only need a capture card for console. Yeah, so you still need one. Yeah, if you've got a 2 monitor setup like I do, like that's my other monitor, so that I can, you know, mess about with my other Arian webcam app. But I can open this up and I could maybe be playing a game on this screen while we are... I don't know why I'm getting all confused here. Basically, I can see everything on OBS on that screen and the one with the KTs over there, so it makes it so much easier to do streaming if you've got 2 monitors. It doesn't even have to be an expensive monitor, you know. Anything that's the right shape. You don't want a really old square TV monitor, you know. Hey, there's Major Tom. Let's see. What was the game, by the way? Did we get an answer to the Women's Olympic game? The purple one. Yes, the purple one. Is it purple? Right, okay. the train we're talking about. I'll bring it up because people will be shocked at how bizarre this looks. But I need to be careful and not show you what I've actually got in those boxes. So let me be careful. And I'll find this. I'll just try and get a picture of it. Let's just go Japanese luxury train. I'm sure it'll come up. There's quite a few Japanese luxury trains actually. It's not volleyball gym, pretty sure. That was it. Women start at 110. Start what, Brian? Start what? Brian's working on his lift bridge, copied days from New Layer. So Brian, you do need to be aware that you've got two types of hinges. I pretty much chose the wrong ones because I wanted the soft close, but you're better with the rigid ones, I think, so you don't have the rail coming round and then tucking under. That is a real headache for me. It's working, right? But I have to remember not to be... If I open it and then close it, I can't immediately open it again because it's still tucking under. You know what I mean? If you open it too fast after you've just closed it, the top rails are going to catch on the bottom rails. The rails on the lift bridge are going to catch on the layout rails if you don't let it fully close, so just be aware of that if that's the type you've got. Right, I'm still waiting to see what the women are going to be racing or chasing or playing or whatever. Let's see. Hockey, right. Tim reckons it's hockey. Hockey. Oh, yeah. Violence in sport. Not a fan, but if Canada win, then yeah, I'll be a fan for the day. No problem, Brian, no problem. I just don't want you making the same mistake I made, which I didn't know because I was trying it for the first time. As I say, if you're aware of how they work, then you don't have a problem. But if you have a visitor and they open it, close it and go, oh, I forgot something, and then immediately all your track's just going to tear up. It's horrible. Yeah, I might have done that a couple of times because I was impatient. But now I know. Oh yeah, I was going to show you this train. I don't think it is purple actually. Oh, it is purple. Is it? No, it's gold. Going for gold. Right, I'll switch over to the work monitor, see what I'm talking about here. So this is what it looks like at the front. It's kind of weird. Okay. What does it say there? Shikishima. So this is the interior of a train, I think. Surely not. Surely that's just the reception. Hey John, I was just talking about you, and it's your fault that I've got all these RDCs now because you got me my first one, which is still my favourite, by the way. Anyway, I get sidetracked. Okay, so that's... Yeah, that's... Seriously, that's an interior. That one, that's crazy. So that's the front of the train, I believe. Just behind the driver over there. It's crazy expensive. Bedroom. Ensuite bathroom. Complete garbage dinner. God, is that even food? Don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, this person went on the whole thing. But it is a weird looking train. And unfortunately, even if I did want one, it is ridiculously expensive, so I won't be getting one of them anytime soon. So that crosses off one of the possibilities from my 2 boxes of goodies. I do have a third box coming from the land of the rising sun, but it's not going to be here for a few weeks, and I'm not going to wait for that to arrive to open these. I will open these as soon as I've got a track to put them on, okay? Aaron reckons it's ugly, but hey, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Don't know what that means. No. Oh, I've got an idea, Brian, for the motel name. Hello, Billy Messia, I think. Tony modified 2 of his tiny KD caboose into rolling out houses. Nice. Yeah. So, what was I about to talk about there? Give me a sec. I need coffee. What was I talking about? End scale. Land of the Rising Sun. It's gone. I'm not telling you what make they are, but they are Japanese and they're end scale. Oh, so excited to get into them, but the plan moving forward is HO scale stuff one day or one video, end scale stuff other day, and just alternate between. Keep everyone happy. I'm not going to go too mad with the end scale. The layout, it's not going to have much height to it because it has to slide underneath the other layout. So it'll be relatively flat, but I'll make it as interesting as I can. Main thing is I just want to run trains. Hey Speedy, how you doing? Yeah, Paul, I'm just waiting for some paint to dry, as you can see. There, paint and glue. Waiting for that to dry. That's where the motel's going to sit. Well, the motel's going to sit on that, but that whole area is going to get shifted up behind the red train. But you know that already. Excuse me. Right, I need to put this on scene switcher so that I can get some work done. Okay, I will try and pay attention to the chat though. Excuse me, copy went down the wrong way. Right, Mike's going to make a wee noise while I move it. Oh my goodness, Tom thinks GP30s are ugly. Oh, weirdo. Oh, GPs are nice. Okay, let's get into this then. I will switch it to this for now so you can see what on earth I'm doing. That's the wrong camera, that's my ugly face. I'll put it in this one for now. Then at least you get to see what I'm doing, if you even care. So I need one red and one black wire. Right, there we go. All we're doing is connecting them to one of these for now. If you missed what I'm doing, this is going to be the wiring for the motel. Don't have any tools handy. I need my wire strippers for this. Normally I can just strip them with my nails, but these are actually quite chunky wires. I wanted these to be chunky because they're going under the layout and I don't want to ever have to touch them again, so I want a solid wire. Hey Darren, how you doing? Oh, I need to get my heat shrink tubing as well. Let me just check the volume of the music. A wee bit loud, I think. That should be a bit better. Right, got everything I need. Soldering iron on. I hate coiled wire, it's so annoying. Oh my goodness, Darren's getting night shift. I've done night shift a couple of times. One time in actually both times in hotels. One of those boring jobs ever was a night porter. Basically I just sat watching the door for 8 hours at night. Pretty dull. Easy money, but oh, mind-numbingly boring. What am I doing? Let's do this. So these wires way chunkier than what I'm used to, but as I say, they're more like bus wires than anything else. 12 hours fixing trucks 5 nights a week. That does not sound relaxing at all. I'll be happy with my night portering, thank you very much. I'm so used to the very fine wire that heats up in microseconds. This stuff takes a wee bit longer. Now, hold on a sec, my iron isn't in optimal position. Okay, that should be better. Hey Kyle, how you doing? Saw you in that stream last night, but I was on the TV so I couldn't chat. Whose stream was it? Dan, I think? I think you were on his stream last night. Ah, Darren works for a Renault dealership. Are we still allowed to call it Renault, or do we have to go Renault? Renault. Had a Renault 5 GT Turbo for a wee while. What a crazy little car. I mean, it fell apart, literally. Every time I got home, I had to walk around the car and see what was missing this time. 1.3 turbo. 15-second quarter mile straight out the box. Crazy. Okay, those ones, I'm looking for my snaps. Talking of the Renault 5 Turbo, I really like the look of the Renault 5 Electric. I don't know if they're calling it the Renault 5 Electric, but it looks like a Renault 5 retro job, but it's electric. That looks so nice, but we're certainly not getting that in Canada. Hello Tom, don't work too hard. I'm not. Don't worry, that's just vape smoke. I'm not getting any magic smoke coming out of anything yet. Where did I put my snips this time? Okay, I've got some giant snips. They'll do the job. I just want to trim one of these down a wee shade. Cool, right. First plug. Now, let's see, I don't need all this wire because the plug section is going to live inside the motel. So the smaller the better, to be honest. Let's see, I'm working there. Let me tilt this back. See what I'm doing. Speedy, what is a good colour to paint my tabletop for a southwest scenery layout? Oh, Red Rocks and Desert, I don't know. I don't have anything like that in my layout, so it's someone else. Maybe look up Thunder Mesa on YouTube. He's got a really nice layout, like I think you're describing. Anyway, back to this. It doesn't need to be this long. This is attached to that, then... Yeah, I'm just going to cut these right down. As I say, this plug is going to live inside the motel. Oh, I hate it when the strippers don't work right. You know what? I forgot to set up my little fan. Let's not get some lead poisoning or whatever poisoning we get from this job. This wee thing here, remember? I noticed someone on the Facebook group had modified one That same design as the one I printed off. Ronald, good afternoon from a dull, overcast Scotland. So just another day then. Oh, is the curling still going on? Oh my goodness, it's never ending. Hold on, this is a wee bit dark in here. Let me turn my brightness up. Okay, it's better for me at least. Okie dokie, let's get you in place. Wires ready. I don't even know if the heat shrink tubing is going to go over this. It's a pretty fat wire. No, that's not big enough. I need to get bigger heat shrink. Hold on. Let's see what I've got in here. I think it's going to have to be this one. Well, it does. It needs to be that one. That's okay. 2 sets of them for now. One over the black. One over the red. Cool. Right. Black to black, red to red. Where's all my solder gone? Seriously, I just had it. Where's my... There he is. Right. And the red one. This is so strange. Let me see. Oh, I've got my temperature way down, that's the problem. Right, this time. Do you ever get that sometimes the solder will just not melt? Let me try cleaning my tip again. What is going on? Just heat up. My fingers are getting hot, so I know it's getting hot, it's just not melting back. How strange. A bit of fresh solder on it helped. Right, don't touch that for a minute because it's red hot. Let me read the chat while that's cooling down. That's okay, nothing major important. So Mark is in the house. Mark's in the house, whatever. We lost a great YouTuber this week over here in UK. You mean we lost? I think I know who you're talking about, Martin Dare. I saw that. Yeah, it's a shame, but it's going to happen to all of us eventually, unfortunately. I think that's the one the post said that he died peacefully in his sleep at least, so it's kind of a bonus, I guess. Still sad for everyone else, but at least not in pain. That's the main thing, right? Anyway, let's not talk all doom and gloom today. Get some thermal mass on that tip. What does that mean, Jim? Lost maybe that one. Right, let me get these protected. Oh, there's way too much wire hanging about here. Lovely. One down. 2 to go. And now it's not focusing. Come on, don't be an ass. Don't worry, I can fix it. I can fix it. Let me go to this cam for a wee bit. I need to switch off the phone briefly. There's Kevin. Love the bush around the hump. Don't we all? Oh, that's freaky, eh? Anyway, I'm actually just going to close this for a wee second. Reopen it. And now it should focus. Yes. I don't know why it randomly does that, but it's really annoying. Huh. Peter says get a flux pen. I do actually have a flux pen. Flux the join. Yeah, but I was putting flux on. I was putting this on the join. I do that all the time. It's just for some reason it didn't heat up that solder that time. It was really weird. No problem, Kevin. I didn't really plan to talk much in this one. I just wanted to get some work done. As you can see, we're waiting for that to dry, or the glue to set on the foliage. Is it foliage or foliage? Never get that one right. Anyway, while that's setting up, I'm getting the wiring done so that we can just plonk it in place. Maybe add some trees first. But it makes sense to actually do something while we're waiting, right? Did I bump that camera? No, I didn't. I just... whatever. As a non-English, I'd say the first way, so foliage. Good morning, Casey. Kevin, I'm not doing the pool. I don't have quite enough space for that, and I want to get my N-scale goodies unboxed, and if I keep spending time on this pesky HO scale stuff, I'll never get the N-scale stuff unboxed. So we're just going for keep it simple, stupid. Get the motel in the corner, get its lights on, walk away, right? Right, right in my face. I moved it over so that I could work on the desk. Right, back to it. So, one down. I'm going to stop talking. Yes, I hear cheers all around the room. Right, one set done. Number 2. Hold on a second, why have I only got 2 black wires? Should have 3. Ah, it must be somewhere. Pretty sure I cut 3 of them. Yes, don't panic, I do have 3. Exactly, Kevin. Oh, wow, did you hear that noise? Crap myself. One of these wires decided to poke its way into my cooling fan, or my extractor fan. Oh, I'm a nervous wreck. Hold on, need more coffee. Oof, that was terrifying. Yeah, I know, it's really creamy, right? Good afternoon, Daz. How are you doing? Not long now, eh, Daz? Hopefully. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to finish my coffee because it's starting to get cold and I don't like drinking cold coffee. Had to take wifey to work this morning because we had some freezing rain. Roads were like glass. And she's a big wimp, so fired up the truck, engaged 4-wheel drive, off we go. Roads weren't actually that bad, but that's okay. The only downside is I need to go and pick her up again. However, I did offer to do that because I know she's not exactly happy in this weather, so you got to do what you can for your wifey, right? What did I miss? Yeah, just got that. Just at the start of the stream, someone came in, but I don't think they were actually on the stream when they subscribed, so we don't know who that is. It's a shame. I was going to give them a prize and everything, but oh well. They weren't here. That was a lie. Because apparently I never give anything away. Yes, I'm still bitter about that. Okay, I'm just tidying up some of my heat shrink tubing. I'll get back to this. Coffee's almost done. Let me take you back to this for now and get rid of that and put that back on. There we go. It has been long, but I tell you what, even though it's been a while, Daz, time is flying. I'm starting to get nervous. I'm approaching the big 6-0. Then I'll officially be old. Like 99% of the people watching this stream, you know. We're all old. Good times though. Can chill out, spend money on trains instead of children. Although trains are now our children, right? So much for not talking much. Can't stop now that I've started. Daz, thanks. I'm actually not even 58 yet. Come on. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell with you and your jokes. I mean, in general, I get your jokes, Daz. Oh, I can't wait, can't wait. Someone that actually gets my freaking humour. Oh boy. Let me get back to this. Although I have to talk now because Daz is here. Other Daz. Original Daz. OG Daz. Oh, thanks, Justin. Right, how do I block Justin? 3 dots, put user in timeout, and done. Nah, I'm only joking, wouldn't do that. Well, I would, but not for something as trivial as that. So hopefully Friday's stream will be drama-free. Hey, Jim? Yeah, need to catch up in Discord, Jim. Me, you and Kevin. We have things to talk about. Okay, trains. Yeah, I'm going to change out the train. Although I do like running the Canadian Pacific with the Coca-Cola tanker. I think that's really nice. What was that, Speedy? Couldn't hear you. Music's down. Well, I hadn't planned to talk, that's the thing. This was supposed to be a fly in the wall stream while I just work and you guys run this in the background, but you keep asking you keep asking sensible questions and I have to answer them. Oh, look at that. I don't know how this happened, but now I've got 2 back scratchers. Oh, stereo scratching. Awesome. These things are awesome. Oh, they're not just back scratchers, by the way. I'm going to be using them for fishing wires out the back of the layout when I poke them down. See? See? And they've got nice little grabby fingers. Anyway, oh, I've installed a back scratching capture device. See that? Magic. Tickle stick. Oh, the tickle stick. Let me go and get that. Hold on a second. Oh, it's not in skill. Might be talking about different things. Oh, no. I know what you're talking about. I know. It's still in the box. Still don't know what it's for. But I will get the other thing I was talking about. I can see me deviating from today's plan. Just remember that I 3D printed this and I was going to use it for, you know, unboxings and reviews. I don't do reviews, so it was pointless. But this serves two purposes, right? It's a pointer. Actually, two purposes. It's a pointer and it's also a big wooden spoon for stirring the shit. You see? It's a bit loose. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to grab a white acrylic marker and paint this white like a little Mickey Mouse hand. Let me think about this. He had a white glove. Did it have like 2 black buttons on it? Is that right? Yeah, I'm going to turn my fan off since I'm obviously not working at the moment. I'm waiting to see if anyone's looked up Mickey Mouse's hand, but I'm pretty sure it's got 2 black buttons a bit there. While you're coming back with the correct answer, I'm going to go and grab a white paint pen. Austin Extraboard, do you have a Southern Pacific cab forward steam loco? No, I don't. No, not yet, at least. Dan, the cost of shipping would completely outweigh the cost of just buying track locally, trust me. I don't have a lot of HO track. Anything I've got is probably going to be the old brass track, or even the steel track, which is kind of garbage. But I will be using some of it because I'm going to have a little tram line in this area. That's going to be raised as well. And I'm going to have a single track going round embedded in the road, and I'm going to use that for my trams. So I kind of want code 100 for that anyway. It doesn't matter if it's brass. It's close enough that I can clean it. Okay, so Austin just wired one up for DCC and sound. Very nice. 3 small black marks on the back of his hand. I think, James, they are supposed to be buttons. I think. Anyway, let me go and find the pen. Goodness, I have a choice of pens. Which one will I use? One of these, I think. Buttons on his pants. Oh, I'm going to have to look it up. You guys are not being descriptive enough. Michael Mouse glove. Z. Oh, right, it's just 3. That's weird. Kind of looks like the palm of his hand, to be honest. No, that one. Let's have a look, just so we're all in agreement. Okay. 3 black lines on the back of his... I wonder what they're for. It's weird. Oh, Jim sent me a vector. Oh, goodness. Hey, see you later, Mike. Hopefully see you tomorrow night. Right, okay. Let's paint this. This stream has taken a strange turn today. But I need to shake it some more. I'll change it to this one and get rid of the... where is it? That one. We'll put on that one. There we go. Right. Yes, I noticed they only had 3 fingers and a thumb. I think I knew that already. Okay, so all old dress gloves had those marks I think you're talking about, George. Isn't that strange? Right, let's slap some paint on this and can get back to some wiring. It's going to need a few coats. This resin is quite absorbent, quite porous. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Mickey Mouse Club. Oh, I need to put a tiny bit of tape around this, it's a bit swivelly. No, I can't put it down because it's all wet paint. Planning! Lack of. Oh, I could do this. Only needs a tiny little bit. Scissors, scissors, scissors. I don't even think it needs to go all the way around the shaft. That might make it too girthy. Yep. Needs to be tighter. Oh. Oh, that was for Daz. Actually too much. I suppose I could use glue. But what if I want to change my finger? Here we go, spaghetti western time. You know what, I think I'll just use glue, because the tape isn't working. We'll slap some of this. I don't even know if super glue's going to work in wood. I guess we'll find out in a wee sec. Okay, let that set and actually do something productive. Go back to that later. Okay. Right, let me continue with the wiring. Right, one red. Let's strip that one. Hey, there's Rodney. Right, let's see if we can get some... What's that? Get some solder in this. Wait for it to heat up. Right, it should be hot. Oh, I forgot to put my fan on again. Oh, what's it with this? I need to automate that somehow. Okay. Black wire. I know there's going to be some purists out there that are saying I should be putting the... you know what, let's try that for a laugh. I'm going to put this into the clamp. I'm going to feed the solder. I'm going to heat up the underside of the wire, feed the solder over the top, because that's the way you're supposed to do it. Also just realised I've been using the wrong solder. I've been using this one, which I hate. This is the one I like. Anyway, you're supposed to put the heat under the wire, and then when the wire gets hot, it melts the solder through it. Like that. But generally for the small wires that I use, I don't need to do all that palaver. Right, again, snipping this down. Strippy. See, it works fine in the thinner wire. That other stuff is pretty fat. Bit more flux. And as Jim says, plenty of solder on my tip. Not keen on that joint. It's a bit better. Yep, so if you can see what I'm doing. Yes, I do, Dan. Just a little one, but it's got a carbon filter on the back. Does the job. There is James, resubscribing for the 150,000th time. And Gary Shakes, welcome. Little impromptu stream while we're waiting for paint to dry. I am not keen on this fat wire, by the way. Probably just because I'm not used to it and I need to learn its properties. Right, second one done. Move that to the side, get the final one done. Hello Russ, you cheeky monkey. So Russ is about the only person that's seen that guy's comment that I may have cursed at earlier on in the stream. So Russ knows what I'm talking about. Of course he added fuel to the fire. But I knew that was just a joke, Russ. At least I hope it was a joke, Russ. Paul Donnelly, good afternoon. Jim, I think you're right. I think because it's such thick wire, it does need a lot of solder to penetrate. Like a ton of this stuff. Because when I did the black wire there, I could see it sizzling all the way through. But I must have used it all up. Yeah, that's nicer. Another wee bit of heat shrink tubing for this one. What do you mean, kinda? Come on, Russ, you know. You know the state of play. Oh damn, this heat shrink tubing feels way too fat. Let me find something a wee bit smaller. Okay, more solder equals more thermal mass on the tip. Oh, I never thought of that, Speedy. Yeah. I could have used a bigger tip, but I'm not changing it just for these 3 jobs. Oh yeah, I definitely pulled out the wrong bit of heat shrink tubing. It should have been this one. Yeah, that would fit inside that one. Right. So that was the wrong one. Right. Try that again. Perfect. Remove that. Add this. Prep this one. Oh, fake beetles. You can get out of here, thank you very much. What day is it? Oh, it's Thursday. Oh my goodness, what a quick week that was. There's Maz. Welcome. Alright, Daz, I will speak to you soon, hopefully. Okay, I've got a giant blob of soda this time. Kinda feels like I'm cheating doing this. Whatever works, right? Whatever gets you through the day or the night. I don't know my songs. And the black one. Alright, that works, I suppose. Oh, unlike that. Okay, we are all ready. I do have more soldering to do actually because I need to prep the female side of this on the motel buildings. But take a wee break from that, swap a couple of trains over, shall we? Hockey starts in 15 minutes. Bad timing. Yeah, I agree. They had terrible timing. They should have started it much later than this. How dare they? Russ, today we are... Well, I've been doing a video on the Motel mound, which is what you're seeing right now. So I'm kind of halfway through that video. I'm waiting for the glue to dry on the grass. The gravel's all dry. And once that's done, I will be putting the Motel on. But at the moment, I need to get all the wiring done for the Motel. Which is a bit tedious and a bit crawling under the layouty, which I hate, but with the help of my back scratcher / wire retriever, it will make life a bit easier. I think it looks like anyone who's caught in the can or doing anything dodgy. Not that doing the toilet's dodgy. Right, I'm going to remove... Let's see. Bring the GP loco off and throw on a... I'll try my Bowser around there. Right, SD40. BC rail. Spence, it took literally minutes to do that. So you'll see it in the video. Hopefully I'll get that out by maybe tonight, probably tomorrow morning. Just waiting for this CP rail to come round and I will grab it. Shrubbery. Righty ho, get that one off. Just seems to be an awful lot of sideways movement with these wheels. It's strange. Oh well. As long as it makes it round the track, that's all that matters. And it's got sound. I'll tell you what, I could actually turn off noise suppression since I don't have the cars running. And you can hear what I hear. Just as soon as I find the button. Okay, you should hear that now. Yes, Kevin, they should. I totally agree they should. But Code 83 is a bit of a bitch. Right, let's see if I can get the lights working. Take it you can hear this okay. It's quite loud. I'll be surprised if you can't. Right, lights. Marker lights. Oh, we can change them. Look at that. Disco train. That's more like kit. I think I'll have them on green today. Don't worry, I'll be turning the audio off soon because that noise really gets to me. Well, I'll be looking forward to that one, Kevin. Right, I've muted that. Let me know if I should put noise suppression back on, or if it's acceptable when I'm not running the cars, eh? I'm going to swap out the RDC for something as well. Jim says it's fine. Jolly good. Right, what will I throw on this time? I'm not doing big consists today because I really want to get on with this video as soon as that grass sets. So just whatever loco I've got lying about, what do you think? Kind of limited to a certain group of road names at the moment because everything else is in boxes. Okay, no suggestions, so I'm just going to throw on this lovely Stuart Hobbies set. Oh, I was going to talk about the hotel name. Right, let me get this train on its way and I'll explain what I'm going to do with the naming of the hotel. Just as soon as I can figure out how to turn the lights on. Oh, there they are. Oh yeah, this has got a really gradual moving off thing, hasn't it? There it goes. Right. Yes, they're both going in the same direction. I don't care. There's Hot Rod Rodney resubscribing again. Actually, I think that's the first time he's done it in a while. Oh, Spence is off to a train show in Seattle this weekend. Nice. Good afternoon, Dawn. Yeah, my next train show is a week on Sunday. Looking forward to that, and it's only 5 minutes from the house, so perfect. I don't plan on buying much this time. Mostly because I've run out of money, but hey, happens to all of us. So, with regards to the motel name, there's so many good ideas out there, it would be a shame to settle on one. So what I'm going to do is, we'll start off with a name, and then maybe a couple of weeks later we'll have a little under new management, and it'll have a new name. And we'll just go through all of them, and it'll be constantly under new management. Let's just think of it as, because it's going to be quite a rowdy motel, as you'll see when I plug it all in, that it keeps getting shut down, and they have to pass all the tests again, and all the permits, under new management, new motel, new start, but it doesn't last long, so that's what I'm thinking of doing. So I will be printing off, well, I do have the old school signage for the motel, which I don't really like. Let me go and grab it, and you'll see if you agree with me, okay? So the kit comes with these signposts for the motel, right? And you're supposed to stick motel on top in the sort of the square section. I'm just not keen on them. I know it's in keeping with that era of motel. However, my layout's relatively modern, I don't mind running old trains on it, but I want the scenic stuff to be relatively modern. And just like any motel you'll see these days, even if it's an old motel, they will modernise things, especially things like that. Looks, I mean, I could use that in a Fallout layout, but I don't think it's going to work in this layout. So what I'm thinking is we'll make our own little billboard, and I'll print off all your suggestions, and we'll randomly change it, depending on what sort of mood we're in on that night, okay? That's quite an imagination you've got there, Kevin. What we'll do is we will create scenarios during the live streams and everyone has to guess what's happening at the motel, okay? Okay, Choo Choo, hit me with it. What's the name for the motel and see if anyone else has already thought of it. John Lackland wants to know if anyone's from Houston, Texas. I think he wants to stalk you. Or steal all your trains. That's not bad, actually. Canadian. It's not bad. I mean, it's not hilarious, but it's not bad. We'll do a naming video at some point and everyone has to leave a comment so that I've got all the names in one video to, you know, so I can grab them easy, right? There's DB Tech. How you doing? It's a bit too clean, isn't it, Kevin? Scott Rails Motel. That is the most boring name I've ever heard of in my life. So Kevin, you were not here when I teased everyone with this box of delights. I've not opened it yet and I'm not allowed to open it until the motel's finished. And this large box. Oh man, I can't wait to get into this. I've not even opened it. But there's nothing rattling. It seems to be quite well packaged. I'm hoping everything in there's fine. So, Land of the Rising Sun. And another one on the way, but it's not going to be here for a few weeks. Okay. Right, so I've got those wires done. I need to go and grab the motels and figure out the... Oh, that's rude. The other side of the connectors, the female side. Yeah, I need 3 female connectors for the motel. Let me go and grab them. Wow, these are getting more boring by the second. So far, Hot Rod Rodney's winning the most boring name of motel. You know what, don't bother listing all your names here. I will make a short video on the motel. Oh, in fact, no, I tell you what I'll do. Once I finish this video that I'm halfway through, at the end of that, I will ask for people's names, suggestions, and post them in that video at the end, and then all the names will be in one place. I'll put them into a spreadsheet, notepad, and then I'll print them all off. Might even get little designs, little specific designs for everyone's idea, and we'll randomly swap out the name of the motel, okay? Mother's Place. These are rubbish suggestions. What was that? Sorry, ABC. The rail-in has another meaning. The rail-in. Rail-in? Not from these parts. That doesn't mean anything other than... El Scott Zabriskie, that was one of the first things I thought of, was a no-tell motel, or the Halfway Inn. Another good one, I think. I don't cherry pick his comments. I've only got, visibly I can only see 6 comments at a time. So if I look away and it scrolls up, then I'm not going to go scrolling all day. Yeah, I kind of got that it was the mother from the Bates Motel, but this motel will be owned by Bates Jr. or Master. Bates. Okay, let me go and grab the motel and the little reception desk, okay? I'll put my Japanese goodies away back in a bag for now. Oh, so desperate to get into these. I think I may have to get another coffee before I continue. Beaver Lodge is not bad, Jim. That's definitely a contender. Hey, Moustache Mike. It's almost Friday. In fact, if you're in Australia, it is Friday. Your bum's out the windy motel. We don't really have motels in Scotland, though. Or at least they're not called motels. Okay, let's get into this mic movement. Let's see now. So get rid of that and add this. I'll show you what's going on in here. Oh, no, actually, no, the oh, I forgot half of it. Oh, hold on. Right, let me zoom out a little bit, see what's going on here. So inside the motel, we've got wires attached to the micro LEDs, right? Those wires are connected to the other micro LEDs that are under there. Okay. They're going to be in a separate switch, so we can just have the normal outside lighting on when the hotel is vacant. This section's got all the drama going on. Quite a lot of LEDs, and they're all resistored. So quite a lot of heat in there. Remind me to switch this off before I go to bed, or I might burn the place down. Because every resistor is going to be getting quite hot. Anyway, they're all connected to these two wires. So all the interior lights come on at the same time. So I need a plug for that, and I need a plug for that. So we'll do one at a time, shall we? Moustache, the U50, I've not run the U50 because it's still DC power, and I kind of don't want to run it again until I've converted it, so it's back in its box, all safe and sound. Right, we need... Did I only bring out the females? Oh. I do need to double check that to get the right ones for this. I might... In and out motel's not bad either. What was I going to say there? Yeah. No, I've forgotten. Hold on. Right, so we need the opposite of this. So that would be these ones. So 3 of them. Put these away. And these can be... Let's see, how short can these be? These can be really short as well, actually. The less stuff I've got inside, the better. What I have done with the motel is I've created a false back. Let me show you. So when we lift the roof off, I'll do it this way. So when I put this partition thing in here, we've got this false back here, and all the wiring's going to live in there. We've got a big hole down there, as you can see. So both the plugs are going to come up through that hole and connect to that one and the other one, whatever it is. Yeah. So these two here both need their own plugs. Okay? You with me? Which one we'll do first? We'll do that one first. Bye, ABC. Right, on with this, on with this. Oh, we didn't leave a lot of room for the strippage here. I'll manage though. It's refusing to be stripped. Okay. Presumably you meant the bend over motel. Why am I leaning over there? What am I trying to get? Oh, the solder, right. So this can be quite short. I think I'll be able to use my regular heat shrink for this wire. It's not as chunky as that bus wire I was using. Really pleased with my little vent though. It's working a treat. You should all get one of these. Doesn't cost much, and if you've got an old PC case fan lying about, you could just make one yourself. You don't need to buy the kit like I did. Right, heat shrink. Oh, Busted Gear Sweets by Bachman. I like that a lot. Spence, you're very good with these suggestions, I have to say. Like, not just hotel names, but in general. Quite impressed. Excellent, so that one's going to go on there, no problem at all. Cool, right. I'm gonna have to do this backhand. Hey Raven, didn't see you come in. Back to work? Okay. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Good evening, hi. Hi is the master of this town lighting shenanigans, and in N scale. So yeah, kudos to Hi. Completely broken this thing. My fault. I twisted it too much. But the good thing is, they send you two with that kit. 6 comment chat window is discouraging. Don't know what that means. Right, 1 down. So he's ready to receive his female partner. No, that is the female. She's ready to receive her. Oh, genders. The other side of the plug. Right. Put that out the way for now. Don't need that. Do the same with this one. I'm going to clean my tip, it's getting a wee bit manky. The JST plugs are great, but they're quite expensive, and these aren't going to be seen anyway, and I've got a million of them, so I might as well use them. But I do agree, the JSTs are great. For anyone who doesn't know, it just means they're small and they're 2p. Well, they're not always 2p, I suppose. Okay, next plug. Who was saying hello to Aussie? Which Aussie have we got? Aussie Gunzel or Aussie Gunzel, like Denzel. No, I was not saying that at all, Russ. That's exactly what I'm doing, Mike. This is the female, as you can see. It's going on a... Wait a minute. Did I get this the wrong way around? Oh, for goodness sake, I specifically said I was going to do it the other way. I did it the wrong way around. So that technically is the male side. At least it's got us right. I can't believe I did that. I'm not changing it now. Ugh, idiot. Even when I was doing it, I was telling you, no one pulled me up for it. Excuse me. Robert Hoyt, G4L. You've misspelt that insult, so try again. Take your time. There's no rush to add insults. Right, heat shrink. Japan Standard Terminal. I did not know that's what that meant. I consider myself educated. Aussie, I agree. I really love that thing. It's just a Tyco, but it just looks nice. I think it's because it's rare and you don't see them anywhere, because they never actually existed, but hey, they exist in our world. Oh, Kevin says according to Wikipedia it's Japan's solderless terminal. Guess we'll never know. Yes, that flame is extremely close to my thumb, but I managed not to burn myself. Okay, that's the motel done. We'll just get the little reception desks to go. Can put the motel back together. Right, I've got a couple of spongy spacers that I'm going to put in there just to stop that wobbling. Hold on a wee sec. I think I left them over somewhere. Where did I put them? They're over in the layout. Hold on. Right, spongy spacers. Put one there, and yeah, let's stick one there. Two sets of wires in the middle, so when I put this back on the layout, there's going to be a wire on the layout that comes up through that hole down there. Two sets of plugs obviously coming up that hole. Right, that's good to go. We'll get the reception building done next. Don't worry, Jim, you didn't miss anything. Oh, I made this easy for myself. All I have to do is solder on the connector to there. Just have to make sure I get them the right way around, positive and negative. That could do with a bit more solder, I think. My iron cable keeps on getting tangled. Right. I think that'll be okay. Oh yeah, solder, solder, solder. So that's going to hang down there, plug into its receptacle. So that's that done. Hey, we're good. So with a bit of luck, my glue will be dry and we can continue. I'll probably create a fake compartment in this as well, just to hide the wires. Cool. Right, we're all done with that. Switch off my fan, switch off my iron. Ah, jolly good. Oh, that's hot. Wonder why. Right, what am I missing in the chat? Let's move that over there a bit. Did anyone else come in? Don't think so. Carson, Wikipedia. $1 billion organization always pleading for urgent donations. Wasn't my idea, Russ. I was wanting it just a little light in each room, but no, wife wants discos and torture chambers or something. I don't know, ask Jim, he knows all about them. Okay, right, we're all set. I'm going to have a wee poke at this grass and see if it's glued yet. It's not bad actually. I don't want to lift it up and turn it upside down for all the grass to fall off. I think we're okay. So I do need to get under the layout and feed some wires, which is not going to be fun. What I did think about doing... let me go and grab what I'm thinking about doing. Sit tight, back in a sec. That's not the one I meant to put on. That's the one, there we go. Was it a Mantua or was it a Mahano you did? Because I did a Mahano. I don't think they are the same. Maybe they are. But you're very welcome, Don. That worked out really nice. I hope it's still working well for Danny. Russ, no, my wife is actually a mechanical engineer. Well, that kind of belittles what she does. She deals with nuclear power stations. Let's say no more about that. Oh, it is a Mantua. Okay. I wouldn't say it's that... Well, when I first started I thought they were complicated, but I don't find them too complicated anymore. Anyway, I'm supposed to be getting a box or something. Right, I'm going to show you something. Don't worry, it's not rude. Oh, look at that, we've lost a subscriber. Sucks, but hey, that's life. Right, I'm going to show you something. You have to guess what I'm going to use it for, right? And it's not going to be pipe loads. Well, I will use them for pipe loads at some point. Obviously, I need to paint them. Unless I make some sort of rainbow... a rainbow pipeline. That goes against everything that they stand for, right? Like, I'm thinking Rainbow Warrior, I'm not thinking Pride. But yeah, it's not exactly a Greenpeace thing to run oil through a pipe. It would be kind of funny though, right? No, don't. Anyway, what am I going to use these for today? It kind of is secret, top secret stuff in terms of non-disclosure agreements and all that kind of stuff. I can't actually, I'm not legally allowed to tell you what she does, other than it's relative to that industry. Spence, expand on conduit. Kevin's back. Oh, cable guidance. You guys are too good at this. So yes, I'm sure that's what Spence meant. So, my idea is most of it is going through styrene on the layout, right? The wires that is. And it's a nightmare to feed wires through styrene. So, I'm going to punch a hole big enough for that. Shove that all the way through the... Hold on, I'm just making sure I've not messed this up again. Yeah, I've left one end of this without a connector, right? Oh, now I understand the Jack Daniels reference. Jack Daniels and Coke. Right, so I got that from the Captain Morgan car from Choo Choo. Right, okay, so I need a rum or a whiskey car to go with the Coke car. Gotcha, right. Okay, so you feed that through the styrene, and then when you put your wires through, you're not just poking blind. Right, just shove them all the way through and they will appear at the underside of the layout. So that's what they're going to be for. That's just the right size as well. So I wonder if I could do that just now. I'll need to cut them down a little bit. They're a wee bit on the long side. But what I'll do is I will go over there, give it a go, take a knife with me. I'll take a Sharpie with... I don't have a Sharpie either. Where is it? Desk is such a mess. How many do I need? I need 2. We'll use 2 red ones, because, you know, danger colour. Right, so I need to go over there with a Sharpie. Don't worry, it wasn't expensive. It was just the straws. I'll find a Sharpie when I get up, alright? And then I need to get coffee. Not sure if I'm hitting the wall or hitting a beam, but I did drill those holes last night and I did feed wires through, so probably just hitting the wall, right? Ah, turns out the noise suppression would have been a good idea with the vacuum going on. Oh well, sorry. Don't want to alert everyone's bosses to the fact you're not all working. Yeah, I had to drill a bigger hole through the styrene. Yeah, I'm going to get coffee, so see you in a minute. Yeah, hey Bill, indeed, it does suck. Well, that's an interesting thing you say, Peter. I haven't got my coffee yet. So Peter says, find bar straws at the local resale shop for very cheap. No, sorry, I was going to pull you up for going to a bar, which is way more expensive than going to a dollar store for the paper straws. But if you're getting it resale, these are really, they're from Dollarama, they're like $1 or something, and I'll use them for pipe loads. At least that's the plan. Hockey rink's not bad. The lay's just not big enough. I have to make so many compromises with things I can't put on it. Don't worry, the next lay will be much bigger. A couple of years away from that though. Right, let me get coffee. Stop putting me off. What was that, Bill? Looks like Chicago's wall out there at the top middle. Chicago's wall. I don't know what that is. Oh, Kevin, can you imagine how much layout I could have with an N scale? But I'm not doing that. I still prefer HO. I just like the size of it and the ease of what you can, how you can work on it. I've not tried any N scale work yet, so I imagine it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. But what I might do in the future, if I get rid of this wall here, we've got another potentially 10 feet that way, okay? We could, on the next layout, lower this HO down by about a foot and then have a second layer that's still accessible for N scale. So basically, a lot more HO scale, well, another third more HO scale, but can you imagine? That is like so much N scale space. It would have to be set back a little bit, I suppose, but still, that would be a lot. We could have a massive N scale layout if I do that. I'm not doing O scale. I don't, well, I was going to say I don't really like O scale, but I don't have any. And then as soon as I got N scale, I loved N scale, so you never know. But no, I'm not, I don't need to, no. And then G scale, I mean, what's next? 1-to-1 scale? Come on. So it's a baseball field in Chicago, is the Chicago Wall, is that right? Chicago's Wall. Okay, I'll take your word for that. Good afternoon, Squirrel. We are literally watching paint dry. Although it's technically it's glue, but it's the same thing, right? Once I cut these little pipes down, away in the distance there, and make sure they work, then that's me finished for that for now, because I want to do the rest on a video. So let me go and mark them, cut them, and make sure the wire goes through them, alright? I'll see you over there. I'll actually adjust that camera so you can see what I'm doing. Don't actually know why I bothered doing that. I'm only going to be there for a few seconds. Although I tell you what I could do. I could at least cut them down, put the mound over there for now, and put the motel on top, just to see how it all looks, right? So I'll do that. I don't have a microphone over there, so you just have to imagine what I'm saying. Forgot to take my wires with me. Oh, got them. Right, got them. I really hope they fit. It's not biggie, I can just re-drill the holes to where they're supposed to be. Give it a shot. I was smirking at Russ's comment. Right, let's get back over there. What are we? Right camera. Ah, boy. So, they didn't line up, right? And of course I derailed everything because I forgot there was trains running and I had wires everywhere, so... I just don't want to switch my trains off, you know? The holes should... It's not so much the size of the hole, it's the angle of the dangle. And they were way off, they were obviously hitting wood in the underside. Right, I'm going to put noise suppression back on so you don't hear the vacuum cleaner, alright? Hey, you got another sub back again. I wonder who that was. Okay, what was I going to do? Vacuum. Music, mic. Let's see, filters. Noise suppression is now back on. It should just be my lovely voice and some music. Right, let me go and hoover that up. Try again.
break.
I just can't seem to find... Where am I? I can't seem to find my way through. I do have a shop vac. In fact, I've got a dirt devil that I can plug in, but it's really noisy and it hurts my ear. That wee thing's fine for now. Hey, bye Spence. I don't understand what I'm hitting with that second straw. I think the first one's in okay. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to make it worse because I'm trying to rush it. So what I'll do is I'll just put the mound back in place, or where it's supposed to go. Put the motel on top. Check this pesky text message which is on my phone away up there. I'll see you over in the corner in a wee sec. Oh goodness, it's a wee bit squint. Just the camera, don't worry. Let me straighten that up a wee bit. Oh, once this train comes across the bridge. I should just switch them off, but hey. Part of the challenge is doing a whole layout without stopping a train, right? Yes, I did forget the door numbers because you didn't remind me to put them on. We're not finished. I'm just stopping there so that we can just chill for a wee bit before I finish up. Because I've got to do the rest on a video, you see. And I know what you're saying about the lack of access, but don't worry, it'll make sense in the video, okay? Don't worry, Choo Choo. It'll also look much nicer when there's lights on. But I think just elevating it just that little bit makes a big difference. You really couldn't see it properly when it was flat. Also because the trains are higher up with the ballasted track and the Cork roadbed, remember? I'm not doing the wiring just now because that's going to be on the video. God, you guys not paying attention. I'm making a whole video on this process. Today I was just waiting for glue to dry and do some wiring, which is not going to be in the video, but the rest of it is. So shut up, let me finish the video. And if I finish this stream relatively soon, I'll get that finished. Still got some trees to add. Get the wiring finished, plug it in. That'll be done. Yeah, it won't take too long. Finish that video. Try and get it up for tonight. If not, tomorrow morning, okay? Oh, do I need to change my scrolling text now just to stop you moaning? Okay, I'm going to change it very slightly just to keep you happy. There we go. And lost another sub. This is a weird day for the subs going up and down. Yeah, I do have plans. This is the worst part of doing a stream like this. People drop in, drop out. I've already explained everything that people have asked and I have to keep saying it again. So best just to wait for the video to come out for these questions to be answered. Because 3 coffees is not enough to contain my grumpiness. Looks like Hi got one of my subs. Oh no, it's back again. Strange day, strange day. Okay, let's just chill for a wee bit. Oh, you can even see the hotel in the distance. I wonder what it looks like from this angle. That doesn't look too bad now. Quite like that over there. My camera's a wee bit off, hold on. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a big difference, I think. Can't quite see it from there. Good afternoon, Roger. I just got your pun there from Ray. For now, it's just the alien. The alien. I got it, don't worry. There's Steve Childers. Steve's got a live tomorrow morning, 11:30, I believe. And Ed, how you doing, Ed? What do you mean, like the scrapyard? I'm not even started the scrapyard yet. Unless you're talking about, like, scrap drills. No, don't worry, that will be getting moved, obviously. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Oh, I never thought of that. Make a little bridge coming over to the station. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to go over the rails, but I could have a little, like, you know, steps coming down the way over towards the platform, and then there'll be a crossing area to get across. That's a good idea. Thanks for that. Okay, Tim. Get those chores done. See you tomorrow. Right, I'm going to finish for now because I really want to get this video finished, okay? And I'll see you all tomorrow night. And I'll get this video up as soon as possible. Pretty sure the wiring is going to be straightforward. I'm going to have two controllers, one for the main motel building. Oh no, wait, I can wire them all to one controller because I'm going to have switches on all three plugs. So that should be okay. Yeah, one controller. One controller. Right, I'm going to do that. I will see you all tomorrow night, hopefully. Said that already. Let me get this finished. Right. That's it. I'm going to switch over to this, and I'm going to go there, and I'm going to get rid of that, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.